It says it's live, but I don't think it will go on right away. So, hello, Catonsville. I am live in Catonsville, of course. Most of the time I am. And anyhow, this afternoon, I had a great conversation just the other day when we were making all our calls for the Getty a Yeti. And one of the questions we were talking about, just, tell us about Catonsville. And I started speaking to a lady who had signed up for the Yeti. And we kind of went into a conversation, and she said she's been here her entire life. And she started telling me about her son, who is, he's 35, right?
Yes.
He's 35 years old right now. And he was a Baltimore City police officer. And, well, I'll let her explain to you. The reason why I'm coming on, I'll explain that too. We have over 12,000 people on Facebook here on this Catonsville page. And out of the 12,000 people, I'm kind of reaching out to the community because I want to do a community effort thing. And what I started putting on the thing right there, about $2. And it made me think about what can $2 get you in life right now. Not a lot, right? I was trying to think if I've actually seen a dollar bill lately, but anyway, $2. So I was thinking it would probably get me about a quarter of a glass of wine if I went out. It wouldn't even get me one oyster, let alone a dozen. It would maybe get me half a cup of coffee, and what was the other thing? Oh, and I was thinking about, if you buy a dozen crabs, then it might get me a claw, right?
Right.
About that. So I was thinking, $2, that's not a lot to ask. So I'm just going to flip this around, and I'm going to have retell us her story about her son, Stephen, who they're a long-time Catonsville family. And then I'm going to come back to Catonsville and ask you to do something super special for a member of our community. So hold on one second. I'm going to prompt. Okay. So tell everybody who you are.
Hi, my name is Rozier Bessio, and I've lived in Catonsville for 60 years. My kids have been born here, and all their life they've lived here. I have 3 boys. My oldest one, Stephen, is a Baltimore City police officer. He's a detective, and he was in this very serious accident a few years ago, and worked too many hours at getting guns and drugs off the street, and coming home, he had fallen asleep at the wheel. He was 10 minutes from the house, and we lost him. They medevaced him down to shock trauma, and from there, it's been a long, ongoing thing. Dr. Scalea came out and told me, if he makes it, he might lose his leg. And at the time, I didn't understand what exactly a traumatic brain injury was. But when he told me about losing his leg, this is a guy that he loved being a cop. He loved running. He was into CrossFit. He always set goals and went after them. And he did make it. He was in a coma for 2 months, as most of you or some of you know. But he spent 2 months at shock trauma, another 8 weeks at Kernan's, and then from there he had in-home therapy. He made it, but Dr. Scalea tried to save his leg, and it didn't. He lost it above the knee, which generated into having these prosthetics that we have. And he's blind in the right eye.
Wow.
The traumatic brain injury leads up to a lot more than I would ever imagine. I mean, we're talking no bladder control and just a lot of doctors that we're still seeing. And he's due to get his second leg. We're trying to get his second leg, but it's just a lot.
So the cost of the leg, so the insurance only covers 80%, right?
Yes.
And a prosthetic leg is super, super expensive.
Right. It's about $50,000, but every time as he was losing and gaining weight or whatever, the top part of the leg is a socket, and that has to be changed out every time he either loses weight, gains weight, or anything else happens. And just the top part is $10,000, and then the bottom part is the computerized leg part, and he needs needs one every 3 to 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's tough on anybody.
Yeah.
So when you and I spoke, I'm like, okay, as a community, we can do something right now. And so I'm going to turn this back around this way because I think the light's kind of funny there too. So Catonsville, I'm kind of reaching out to you. I'm actually going to donate $100. I have a kid in the military, and I would want somebody to do that for my child if it was in the same situation. The police department, obviously he worked all those hours, and I'm not asking you to donate $100. I'm not asking you to donate $20. I'm asking for $2. I'm going to put up later on today, I'm going to put up Stephen's Venmo account, and I am reaching out to the Catonsville community and saying, if you could just donate $2, an oyster, a crab claw, a half a Starbucks, $2 to this cause by September 2nd, and this guy he's a Catonsville child. He went to Mount St. Joe, local schools, played on local teams, and chose to serve his community by becoming a police officer. And now with having to pay for 20% of his insurance, $2 could go an awful long way. So collectively, so I'm throwing that out there to Catonsville right now. If everybody could donate just $2. If you want to donate more, absolutely, go ahead. And I've already spoke to people like, what's $2? I want to donate $10, $5, whatever it takes. But if you would just like to make a little bit of a difference, $2 by September 2nd,
Thank you
two for
so
two.
much.
And we can see how much, as a community, we can put together. So all this week, I'm going to be posting what you can buy for $2. And let's help somebody in Catonsville. So that's all I have to say today. I'm going to post shortly his Venmo account. We'll just send it directly to him. And $2, don't think you really need a receipt for a donation like that. And I just think this would help somebody in a great way and show what a wonderful community that we live in. And we'll come back. I also want to do, I've got some other plans too. Dogs, donuts, and donations. I'm going to reach out to some donut shops and see if they'll donate some donuts. And we'll do a socially distanced dog walk. I saw you have dogs. I've got one mean one nice one. And we'll do kind of a track in Catonsville, and you can have an opportunity to donate then too. So Catonsville, reaching out to you, just $2. $2 for a leg. Let's get this poor man his leg. Okay? If you have any questions, just reach out. Have a wonderful evening. It's hot out here.